Hi everyone, this is going to be a quick video on how to complete the site placement process for a site that is already listed in Tabera. So first you want to navigate to your homepage, and we are going to go down to the Site Placements panel and click the My Site Placements button. You'll see here that I am already placed at Test Site 1. However, if you are adding your first site, your second site, however many sites you're adding, this process is going to be the exact same. So what I'm going to do, since I already have one site, is click on the optional Add Another Site button. This is going to then prompt me to select my program, which is MACLP On-Ground Practicum Placement, and hit Next. This is going to bring you to a nice long list of all of the practicum sites we currently partner with. So feel free to use these filters up top to make your search a little bit easier. So let's say that I already know the name of the site I want to apply to, and it has something with the word test in it. So I'm going to search test, and I want to join Test Site Trial 1. And all you have to do is click the Start button. And then it's going to ask if you are ready to begin your paperwork. So then you click Yes, I'm ready. That's going to bring you to this page now. And the first thing you're going to want to do after you add yourself and select the site is you're going to want to upload proof of your placement acceptance. This is for the CTC team to see, and your professors to see that, yes, you were actually offered a position at this site. So if you click the Start button, that's going to give a little pop-up window here where you can upload a file, and then you'll hit Submit after that. Next, I want you guys to click on number 4, Select Site Supervisor. That is the next step in this process. So as you can see here, there is a button to add a primary supervisor and add an additional supervisor. You need to add a primary supervisor before you can add the additional supervisor. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this button. And automatically there are not any supervisors that pop up. So I'm going to need to suggest a site supervisor. My site supervisor is going to be NH Supervisor Test. So then it's going to bring up a nice list of names of people Tabera thinks you might mean. And if I look at the very first result, it is NH Supervisor Test. So my supervisor is already in the system. So since my supervisor is already in the system, I'm actually going to click on this NH Supervisor Test instead of hitting the I'm Ready button. If your supervisor is not listed here, go ahead and click I'm Ready. The same paperwork should pop up. So now we see that there are 4 more forms that pop up for us here. The first is going to be the supervisor information form. So you're going to go ahead and click Start. And what this is going to ask you to do is input the email or name of your supervisor. So I'm just going to send them this form directly on Tabera since they already have a Tabera account. I'm just going to click on NH Supervisor Test. And the supervisor completes both parts of this document. So then I'm just going to hit Submit. And what the supervisor information form is collecting is essentially some information on what type of license do you have? Are you a Pepperdine alumni? What is your license number? So we can verify it's accurate, and all of those logistical things. So you just need to wait for your supervisor to complete this, and you're in charge of sending it off to them. But other than that, there's nothing else you need to do for this task. Next, we have the 4-way agreement. So I'm going to go ahead and open this for us. One thing I do want to note is that this needs to be signed within 30 days, either after starting at your practicum site or after sitting in your size 662 class. So please keep that in mind. So there is another video that is going to walk you through the 4-way agreement in depth. So feel free to check that out if you're interested. But essentially the 4-way agreement is going to need 4 different signatures. You're going to need a signature from you as the trainee and student. You're going to need a signature from the agency director, a clinical director, or somebody who represents the agency. You're also going to need a signature from your supervisor. If you have multiple supervisors, you will need to have multiple supervisors sign this and sign an addendum. And then lastly, you're going to need a signature from a CTC. So when you go down, it's going to ask you to fill in all these lovely red boxes. And again, feel free to check out that other video for some more detailed information on what these boxes mean. You'll just want to make sure you sign at the end, and after the trainee signs and hits this finish later button, then it's going to send it to the next person and to the next person and so forth until it is signed by everybody. So I'm going to go ahead and click the finish later button for now. And then you're also going to find your supervision agreement here. So we're going to go ahead and click that button. This is required to be completed within 60 days of starting supervision. So I'm going to go ahead and click start. This is also a form that can be downloaded straight off the BBS website, but we put it right into Tavera to hopefully make it a little easier for you. There will also be another video with a little more specifications about the supervision agreement. If you are interested in that, feel free to check it out. So again, there will be a lot of things you have to initial and some things that you're going to need to talk with your supervisor about. But at the end, you want to just make sure you sign and then hit submit. And finally, the last thing is we just want you to confirm your placement start and end dates. So clicking on this form, it's literally all you have to do is put the day you're starting at your site and the anticipated degree posting date or when you think you're going to end with your site. For us in the daytime program, we are going to be graduating in June. If you are in the evening or online programs, your graduation date might be different. Or if you have an agreement with your site that, hey, I'm only going to work from January to December instead of January to the following June, we'd want you to indicate that here as well, just so we're aware of when you will be ending at your practicum site. So once you have those dates figured out, if you don't know these dates, please ask somebody at your agency or your supervisor. But once you're done, you'll just hit submit. And so once all of these are complete, you are good to go for associating yourself with a site on Tavera. But as always, if you run into any difficulties or have any questions, feel free to reach out to one of your lovely graduate assistants or a member of the CTC team. Thank you.